Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures, and I am so glad that you are here tonight. Why? Just like always, that means we made it to Friday. So I hope everyone is excited tonight because we can just relax and be together and craft together and kick our feet up. And as Mary says in chat, TGIF, right? Thank goodness it's Friday. I don't know. I'm an 80s baby, and we used to always have like Friday night and the moon is bright. Come and have some fun, show how it's done. TGIF. Yeah, I don't know. It was Friday night. And every night of the week had like a lineup back when live TV was a thing, right? Do our kids understand what live TV is? Right. So like Monday night was a certain thing, and then Tuesday night like was a certain thing. Like, there was like the medical shows one night, and then there was the drama shows one night, and then Thursday night lineup, and then Friday was like the kids night, and like Thursday was like Bill Cosby, and I forget what the other things were. Yeah, and so it was just like every night was something like different. Sunday was like a news night, right? 60 minutes, all that kind of stuff. And I remember when I hit being old enough on Fridays, you had the 8 to 10 o'clock 2 hour span of all the not kiddie shows, but adolescent type shows. And then 10 o'clock was 2020, right? You could see, and then there's Dateline, and I don't know. It was just like every night was something different. And I remember the first time we watched something live with my daughter, who is now 17, and she was like with the commercials, and what gives, mom? Like, what's up? I was like, you don't understand, like the commercials when you went to the bathroom, you went and popped your popcorn, like the commercials were the time you went and did the things. Or my parents would always be like, go switch the laundry at the commercial, or go grab the towels to fold at the commercial. The commercial was everything, because that's when you went and did all the stuff between. Do I get a hey emoji, something that you guys understand? I don't know. Anyway, that was my little tangent for the night. So I want to welcome everybody tonight. Tammy is in the house. Oh, I got goopy. Wondered why my mouse was all icky. Hey Tammy, good to see you. Hey Kubikai Art, Jenny's in the house. Good to see you. Hey Robin, what's up, girlfriend? Tammy's always late, so she thought she'd get on early tonight. Hey, Joyce, so good to see you. Hey, Matt, welcome, welcome. Marilyn loves diamonds. Good to see you. Hey, Amber. Courtney's in the house. Hi, Sarah. And she's saying hey to Nyx. Nyx will be on in a few minutes. Hey, Crafty with Mary. Good to see you. Hey, Lisa. Happy Friday. Anita. Welcome, welcome, Anita. Hey, Jay Lily. Good to see you, Mutt Nuts. I hope you're having a good evening, able to sit back and relax. Hi, Momo. I saw your post. Great little monster that you have. Loving that. Jenny says she remembers those Friday nights. Hey, Kat. So good to see you. Hey, Jen M. Welcome, welcome. Everyone's in the house tonight. Hey, Eve. So good to see you. I had my presentation today, Eve, the one that I was voluntold for. I remember you and I kind of giggled over the fact that I voluntold you for something for the retreat. So I thought of you when I was, well, not today. I gave it yesterday, Thursday. Hey, Amber. Let's see here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Hey, Marsha. Good to see you. How did it go? It went well. I thought it'd take about 30 minutes. So I think it went well. It was on change. Remember we talked about that last week, change management. And then she wanted me to send it to all of the directors so that they could give it to their staff. And I'm like, oh, Okay. So I had only sent out the PDF to go with the minutes. So now I'll be sending out the PowerPoint so they can do it as well because it had all the extra notes in it. So I think it went well. But yeah, I it's okay, Eve. I was so far behind. I didn't even have it on my list yet. Saturday night when I was a kid was Dallas and Fantasy Island. I also remember like my parents would watch like what Golden Girls and Empty Nest. Now I'm a Golden Girls fan. I watch it almost every night before bed. I fall asleep to it. There's just something nostalgic about it. It just makes me laugh, and it's like not drama filled and different things like that. So yeah, I'm loving in Creative Craft Addiction. I'm loving the canvases you have for our upcoming collab. Hashtag Get Your Weird On 2025. I'm doing Out of Control. Love It by Richard Lorenz. I am stalking the mailman because my special drills are out there and on their way. Hey, Nancy, so good to see you. Happy Friday. So I have that right here, and then I have my little stack I have to hit up. It's going to be different because I've been doing squares for a little bit, and this one's round. But I figured I do have Family Circus as well, which Ashley has, and so we went back and forth, like, do we do the same one? And I was like, well, I have an event right after, and I kind of want to get it done. So I definitely thought if I had this size and I had round, maybe I'd get it done during the month of March. Good evening, Ellen L. Welcome so much. I'm glad you made it. Hi, Grams. Richards. Yes, I did see Rich's image. So funny. How did he get a picture of my husband and I? I have no idea. Just saying. Hi, Crafting and Crime Daily. How's it going, Miss Rebecca? So glad you're here tonight. So if you'd like, I found it. It's just funny. Yeah, I know. Hey, Melinda, good to see you. All right. So if you have been following the story of the animals at my work who stalk me, we have the turkeys, right? Now the turkeys, we all discussed how turkeys do not hibernate. I don't know where the turkeys are right now, but they're not there. So then we talked about the squirrels and how they're running around so happy because the turkeys aren't there. But there's a cat, footprints in the snow I'm seeing all the time. So is the cat spying on me, right? Well, today I go to drive in and there are 3 deer. Now we see deer at the campus randomly. I mean, probably I see deer maybe 3 to 4 times a month, and it's no big deal. We're back, in a neighborhood, but there's some woodsy area, and the deer come and get shrubbery and the little berries and stuff. And if I come early enough in the morning, I see the deer. And so there's like 3 or 4 deer right at the entrance. And as I'm slowly making the turn into the driveway of the entrance, there's another car coming out that stops and like keeps pointing at the deer. And so I look over and I'm like, yeah, there's the deer. And I'm waving. And because we also have foster families that come in and out of that area. And so I think it was a foster parent who was really excited and showing her kids and all that kind of stuff. And, oh, look at the deer. Da, 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 da. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's great. We see deer all the time. Try not to hit them. And I'm turning in and I park. Now, I can't find my ID anywhere. So I end up having to park my car in a different spot on campus, go through a different door so that the admin staff can let me in. And there's my ID. I had left it on my desk. So I'm at work. I go to leave and I leave out my normal door because my head is not put on straight. I've had a very long day. And I leave out the back door. And as I leave out the back door, I'm like, crap, that's right. I didn't park out here. I parked all the way on the other side. So I cross over this embankment through the snow. I go down the driveway. It's not a long way. We're talking like 100 yards. Go down. And then as I'm turning the corner to go towards where my vehicle is, I look up and on the hill across the street are these 3 deer. And they're looking right at me. And I can tell they're looking at me because they were eating and they stopped and looked up, looked at me, and their tails go up and they're looking at me. And I'm a good, football field away from them. There's half a parking lot, a full street, and like another full front yard up a hill. And then there's the deer and they're looking right at me. And so I stop. Nobody's at work. I'm standing in the middle of this parking lot and I'm looking at the deer and I'm just like, what's wrong? Like, we saw each other this morning. Like, I'm okay. I just trying to get to my car. Like, I'm seriously, am I talking to this deer? So I go to take one step and I took one step to get to my car. I am a long ways away from the deer. And the minute I took that step, those deer took off. I'm like, this woman is not running after you. Okay. This woman has no gun. I have nothing after you. I don't know why you're taking off. And I just went on my way to my car. But now I'm like, are these deer going to stalk me? Are they going to like go tell all their friends? Are they going to let the turkeys know she's back? Come get her. I have no idea. So we have turkeys, we have cats, we have squirrels, we have deer. They used to put fake wolves and coyotes up across campus and to try to scare the turkeys away. And so when you look up out your window, you would see the maintenance men taking the wolf out of the ground because it was on a stake and walking them across campus. And it was the funniest thing, stand-up cardboard wolves. They'd just be like, doo, 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 doo. There's the cardboard wolf walking around. And yeah, that didn't work. So anyway, that's where we're at. So I'll keep you posted on if I see any more animals, definitely. But yeah, that's that was today. Eve said she will take over the deer over the turkeys any day. Hi, Sue. Good evening. Hey, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Emma. Good to see you. If anyone came in while I was telling my story, I want to say hello. Thank you. Thank you. Rebecca says, wonder if that was written in their job description. I don't know. But these poor maintenance guys. One guy keeps accidentally billing to my billing code, and I'm now in charge of our budget for this little tiny counseling program that has zero funding. And so I'm literally pinching every single penny. And so when I looked at the budget for December, I'm like, why is this maintenance guy billing us for 2 hours for his like paycheck? And so I message him and he doesn't answer me back. And I know it's because he's off all over campus doing things. So I run into him a couple days later and I was like, hey, so-and-so, why didn't you answer my email? And he and I have a back and forth. And he's like, what email? Da, da, da. And I was like, okay. So we talk and he's like, I haven't even been over in your building. I'm like, I know, I've been there the whole time. Like, why are you billing me 2 hours? And I said, even if you were in my building, there's one office out of, I think it's 12. And so if he were to be in the building, he should have billed it between all of the 12 different programs instead of just ours. And he's like, I've not been in your building for a month. And I was like, yeah, I know, to do maintenance. So I pull up my computer and I show him, and he was like, dang it, I keep wanting to build this other code and da 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 da. And so we were going back and forth. And finally I was like, yeah, it's been a rough week for you, hasn't it? And he's like, yeah, it's been a rough week. I said, well, I'll bring you cookies. So I made some cookies and brought it to him. And I said, now you're not allowed to build my code anymore. He's like, okay. Hey, Billy, good to see you. Good to see you. I thought Nyx was raising her hand, but it was her green screen. She's studying because she's behind. Are you ready, Nyx? Are you ready? Okay, so our special guest tonight is...
Hi guys. Hello.
Welcome to the show tonight.
I didn't know if you seen me or not. Hey, you said 9:15. Okay, you're perfect. 9:16. I was on time.
You
okay.
were. I'm so excited for you.
First time in my life I was on time. So
you get like 18 gold stars.
Hubby come home with dinner. I scarfed it down, and it was like ran into the bathroom, run a brush through my hair, slapped on some makeup, threw on a new shirt, and go, okay, I'm here. Okay, I'm doing the best that I can do. Right this minute.
Did you have steak tonight? You always tell us Friday's your steak night.
Tonight is date night with the hubby. So he always stops at our favorite restaurant around the corner, and I get a ribeye and I get 2 things of broccoli. Hi, Jenn M. Hi, Marsha Hargis. Hi, Momo. Hi, Mutter.
Amber's in the house.
Who?
Amber.
Hello, Amber. Marilyn loves diamonds. Hello.
Melissa says she has an order for some travel trailers from you coming.
Yes, ma'am. They are coming. I want to first say thank you to everybody for your kindness and your understanding. Due to the fact that I went on vacation. Okay, I was supposed to be gone 9 to 8 days. Come back, it was 10 days because we caught A1 flu from my grandson. And then on the way home, we got home that Thursday at about 12:32 a.m. Threw the luggage in the middle of the kitchen, went straight to bed, woke up the next morning. My husband's throwing clothes on me, going, we're taking you to the hospital. I go see my doctor. My doctor says, I'm straight shooting you through the hospital. And the next thing I know, I'm in the hospital for 15 days. I finally get out. I get home, and they go, you can't do nothing for 2 weeks. And finally, after 2 weeks, it's like, I'm sick of being sick. I'm tired of being tired. And that's it. I'm done. Got up, got a shower, put me some clothes on, and said, look, I got too much work to do to be sitting on my fanny. So, yeah, me and Mr. Eve's been hammering at it ever since. We are just about caught up. So thank you to everybody for your kindness, your understanding. I promise you we are doing our best. So thank you for allowing me to say that.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? We wouldn't be your fans if we didn't. That's why we order from you. We know life happens.
You hear a lot of stories. Oh, my butt aches and my toe aches, and I got this ache and that ache, and what have you. But guys, I posted roadkill photos. Okay, so y'all knew I was sick. Go look. Okay, because Mr. E got really upset because I posted our personal business online. And I said, no, you don't understand. I'm doing this for a reason. Okay. Because there's so many people that go, oh, I'm sick and this and that. I wanted people to literally see where I was at. And we did daily updates and, sent out daily emails and, what have you, letting everybody know what was going on. Ever since that my feet hit the floor, I have been hooking it. Okay. I haven't slowed down. Neither is Mr. E. So we're down to the last little bits. If you guys can hang on for me just a couple of more days, everybody's stuff will be out the door.
I think it's those machines. I think they were trying to sabotage you so they could get a vacation.
Is that what that was? Yeah.
You still have to work, even though we're...
That hospital that I was in was like a 5-star hotel. Look, I didn't want to come home. It's like, okay, I got a toe ache, but after 15 days, they kind of kicked my butt out. But I still have a little bit of pleurisy right here, which is, if I understand it correctly, is the separation of the lung wall from something. And it feels like sandpaper. Honestly, it feels like I went a couple of rounds with Rocky Balboa in the meat department, where he was using my ribs.
It takes a lot for those lungs to heal.
It does.
And you had a rough time, not just any set of pneumonia.
I did go see a follow-up and seen him, and he was good with it. I do have breathing treatments if I need them.
Mm-hmm.
But no. I'm one of these, I'm hard-headed and I'm Cajun, and it's like, I'm done. I'm tired of being tired and I'm sick of being sick. And I got up, took a shower, changed my clothes, washed the grease out of my hair, and said, it is time to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
I can be just as sick standing up as I can sitting down. So, it was like, sorry guys, y'all gotta excuse me tonight. My nose is just going bonkers. But
if Rebecca is still in the house, her nose runs every time I get on her live. So I must have this thing where people are allergic to me.
I am not allergic to you. This is not you, honey. Believe it or not, it's the weather. It has snowed here every day. Granted, it hasn't been a lot, but due to the fact that it snowed every day, it's piled up. And it hasn't, normally it'll snow and it's gone by the next day. We've never had anything like this. But I want to stop for a second and go, hi Mutter, hi Amber Fisher, Melissa Wood, Eva Ellsworth, Jenn M, Kaylin Platt, hello my girl, my big toe, Anita Johnson, Diamond Painting Adventures, Bonnie of Northern Texas, hello, my darling. Billy A, mwah, mwah, hello, Billy. Amber Fisher, Melinda Hands, hello, hello, hello. Okay, forgive me on this one. Kerpaki Art. Did I even get close?
Kupaki.
Well, I got close. And Eva and Kaylin Mutter and Marsha Hargis. Okay, I think that's everybody. Hello, hello, hello. If I've missed anybody, either throw a rock at me or raise your hand and I'll give you a shout out.
Sounds great.
So anyway, before I start talking 99 miles an hour and never shut up, you know me. How are you? What's going on? And what is it you would like for me to discuss tonight?
Well, I got my new kidney from you.
Yeah. I put it in a brown box, and it is like they hold it up in the air and drive a forklift through it. If I put it in the kidney box, okay, believe it or not, they handle it like kid gloves. Like it really has a bite
in their head.
I have never, ever had one of those flimsy styrofoam packages ever dented. Nothing. I swear I think that they think potty parts are in it. But it gets it from point A to point B with no damage, so I'm happy.
Well, I have my Sparkle the Way Venti. And I have my from the Great Lakes Escape.
Ah.
So, but then I love the shrimp boats, right? I have 2 of them.
Those are the favorites. That is the number one sellers is a shrimp boat.
So I decided, I did not realize till I studied, not just shopped, but studied your Etsy shop, that you had the shrimp boat pack.
Oh, Lord, I'm in trouble. She studied me.
Studied. And so I was like, yes. So I got the shrimp boats, right? It's like a 4-pack.
Right.
And then you can get a lid.
Yes. You
That's
get
that
4 shrimp boats and you get the 4 lids to go with it and 2 plugs.
Yep. So I'm very excited about that.
And a whole bunch of stuff in extra.
And then I ordered the candy floss.
Now with the candy floss and the shrimp boats, due to how small they are, it depends. Think of variegated thread, okay, crochet yarn. All right, depending on where that's at, and due to the fact that the shrimp boats are so small, very rarely do you get a color shift on the shrimp boats. Now, if you get a venti or something bigger, yeah, you'll see the color shift in that.
And I knew that I was taking a gamble on what color would I get. It was more, I liked the colors in the variant. So I was like, all right, which color am I going to get? This one looks a little bit more like gold, and it was going into the green. So.
Also, we have inserts where if you have dark trays and you're doing dark drills, we have inserts to go in the shrimp boats. Okay.
Oh.
They're white. Or if you need a dark insert because you can't see your drills and because they're too light, we also have black inserts. And you get those. Those are fairly new. And it was a customer request. I can't see the drills in my tray. Can you, do this and do that? And it was like, sure. So Mr. E, made a couple of inserts and set them out there. So,
what would they be called? I just wanted to pull them up for you on the site.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me get there, because believe it or not, where am I not? I'm not at my own site. Okay. It is in the tray section, okay, which is the very first section. If you pull the page down, it is set of 4 shrimp boat tall boy tray inserts. You can get it. Now, if you open that up, you'll see that there is a choice. You can get matte white or matte black, and they literally slide inside the shrimp boats. There's no wiggle. There's no Mr. E broke out his $100 measuring little thing and got it down to the last millisecond, millimeter, whatever, but they fit perfect. And they do great for rounds and they do great for squares, and I have not seen any issues. Now, the only thing is that people have asked if we will be making the trays that have the no lines at the bottom, and I am sorry, Mr. E said no. We're not going to do that because he has a feeling that is not going to stick around for long. And also people are using washi tape and all kinds of other stuff to do that. And I would hate to cause to have people buy trays and cost them money when they don't have to, where a piece of washi tape or a piece of masking tape will do just the same thing.
Yeah.
I try to save people money. Guys, I shop online just like you do. Okay. So, I'm not going to cost you a whole bunch of money for something that you can just, do yourself.
Well, I love this idea. I didn't know it existed, so I'm glad you and I are talking tonight. So.
I guess I'm gonna have to make some better pictures or something. Because I thought that it was kind of self-explanatory, but
Well, I just couldn't find it. So I'm gonna have to feature it on our a couple times now. I'll have to buy some and then feature it when I use my shrimp boats for you.
We also have them for the Venties as well as the submarines, in black and white as well.
Yeah.
So usually when we make something for the small ones, we make something for the large ones. The confetti carousels and the treasure chest was the last new thing that Mr. E come out with. And before that was the travel trailers, and before that was the confetti carousels.
Well, Bonnie says she's using the black insert right now. And she loves it.
There you go, Bonnie. Yeah, that's right. Bonnie got hers. Again, I'm sorry, I'm not reading comments. Forgive me. If I have missed anything, somebody throw a rock at me. Okay. Anita, if I miss anything, throw a rock at me, darling. Anita is my
she's doing it.
She is my big toe. She is my hard drive and my keep Nyx together. Cause
so can you tell I have a color palette I like? You see my shelf back there. You see?
Yes, I see that.
And then I
was looking at the Great Escapes tray. Can you show me that, please?
The what tray?
The Great Escape tray. Okay, may I see the bottom?
Yeah, I put my sticker on it that we made for the retreat.
Okay, that was all I needed to know, was if you did that or if
no, I did it.
Okay,
it was not a defect.
Nope, just was wondering, because it was like, okay, it didn't leave the house looking like that. So
nope, I did it. So yeah, I got these because I loved the color.
And those are our #1 seller, and the cyan water
color palette I like.
Yeah, isn't that the cyan waters that you have?
Well, yeah, I decided to do this is the matte,
right,
and then this is, I think, the silk.
Correct.
So these are the difference.
Well, here's the thing: the cyan waters, you can see all colors in it.
And believer, that's why I got it.
Now, it does have a drill that is an exact match. Good luck finding it. Okay. Somebody come up to me one time and goes, "Hey, Nyx, there's an exact match to the cyan waters," and I'm like, "Okay, thank you for letting me know." But ever since the cyan waters was introduced, which was like the 3rd or the 4th color, it has been the #1 seller, and the #2 is the peony pink. So, and that's because you can see all the colors in it as well. Also, both of them are silks. Now, I can tell you, if you've got children, if you have cats that knock your trays off your table, you want to go with a matte, not a silk. Okay. Mattes are harder. Y'all see me bang them on these tables, this table almost every weekend until people go, "Please stop banging it." I bang it for a reason, because it's bulletproof. Okay. The beast I put in the driveway and ran over with my car, just to make sure it wouldn't break. And so as long as you don't torque them, okay, then they are fine. Now, if you torque them, the 2 weakest spots is right there where that lid's at. Okay. So, you can bang them, you can do anything you need to with them. But if you literally do this, both sides of where that plug goes will pop off. And sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. Now,
Well, they're not meant to be twerked.
again, agreed. I did have a lady that placed an order 2 years ago for the Beast. Okay. And she messaged me and she goes, Nyx, and it was a silk, it was the gold silk. And she goes, Nyx, the Beast is warped. And she said, I had it in my tray. I'm sorry, I had it in my drawer. The house stays at a certain, temperature, excuse me, all year round. And it wasn't in the sunlight, but all of her trays she had put in a desk drawer, okay, or a dresser drawer. And I'm sitting there looking at it, and I was not about to argue with her or anything. However, please, 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 everybody keep in mind that if those trays are laying on top of another one and are laying on top of something and they get hot, they will warp.
Yeah.
I.e., the reason why we started using ice coolers, because if I was sitting to California or Utah, okay, it's 115 degrees out there. What do you think is inside that little man's, mailman's truck? I mean, you looking at 140, 150, and people were going, well, this is what it looked like, and it was just all twisted, melted, and it was like, okay, we got to fix this. So that's when we started using the styrofoam containers. And I have literally, some of them, depends on where people live. Hi Peggy. I have literally put ice packs in with the trays.
Yeah.
So we do everything that we can to make sure that you guys get everything in one piece. Things do happen. If something happens, come to me, message me, let me know. I will be more than happy to replace it, because I don't know how many times to say it. Customer satisfaction is number one to us.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, she bought this tray 2 years ago. And I didn't mind replacing it at all, because, she's a good customer. It doesn't matter if she's a repeat customer or a one-time customer. If they have a problem, I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to fix it for free, and I'm going to ship it for free, because that's what good customer service is.
Yep.
So, okay,
That's okay. So one of the things I'm doing in May, because we all know in the back of our heads what May is, which I'll talk about in just a minute, is as a therapist myself, I love the concept of focusing on mental health. I know that's close to your heart too. And I do a event called I Am Enough. And I just want to hear from you, because you have an emphasis on mental health as well, and you have a group and you have an event, and I would love to hear from you about your mental health event.
Phoenix Fantasy, every year I try to pick a slogan for it. And right now is give me 2 seconds here. And I can show you guys. And let's see if I can share. I don't know if I can share my screen or not. Oh, yep, there it is. Nope. There it is. Share screen. Share. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Let me share it. There we go.
Okay. This is Rise Above. Okay. And the reason why sorry, that's Rocket. He's sneezing. He got fur ball up his nose. I literally use Vistaprint, and I buy all of the merchandise that has the event logo on it from
Mhm.
Vistaprint, and I buy enough to go in every box, including a grand prize box. And this year is I Rise Above, and it has a everybody's gonna crash and burn, and that's the thing about the Phoenix. Okay, when you crash and burn, it is about rising from those ashes, and you rise stronger, and you rise above every, all of the turmoil, and you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you get back and you go at it again. A lot of people with mental health and ADHD, I mean, especially if you're older generation, I'm calling myself old here. But if you're an older generation, 9 times out of 10, you were not diagnosed. Okay. And you didn't find out about it until years later when you was like in your, 50s.
Mhm.
And so anyhow, it was that's why I chose Rise Above. And also too with mental health, because a lot of people don't understand mental health, and that's everything from autism to ADHD to oh, Knox, talk to me. Uh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Neurodivergence. Okay. And so anyhow, so anyway, the ADHD awareness is an umbrella term that allows me to be able to sponsor all mental health issues. Okay. Regardless of what it is. I have been diagnosed with PTSD, severe anxiety disorder, ADHD, got started A, go to Z. I'm a certified nutcase. Okay. But I don't hide it anymore. Now, back in the day, it was like don't tell nobody, because they'll lock you up and think you're crazy and all like this. Now, with the help of medication, especially with ADD and ADHD, it has slowed down your brain. Your brain, when you have ADD and ADHD, your brain is kind of like a roulette wheel, and your mind is the little white ball. And every one of the slots is a different conversation and a different task or something that you've got to do. And that little ball is going around, 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 and around. And, it never stops. Even when you sleep, it never stops. So it's
Mhm.
constantly going around thinking about all of these slots and all of these things at one time. And that's the hard part. But again, dyslexia, yes, mutter, agreed. Depression, yes, all of that is included. And for Phoenix Fantasy, this gives me the opportunity to be able to talk about all of this.
Mhm.
And I try to feature every week of the 5 weeks. It's 4 weeks in a grand prize week. And that's just the way the month falls. But I try to pick it every Saturday night and have a discussion on a specific topic.
Mhm.
Okay. Sometimes we get very serious, which is allowed. Okay. And everybody talk about their issues. And sometimes we're just giggling and calling each other a bunch of nuts, and so the only we got one rule, and that is leave the drama at the door. That's
Mhm.
it. It takes, as my grandma said, it takes two people to fight. Okay, doesn't matter who was right, doesn't matter who was wrong, who started it, who finished it. It takes two people to fight. So both people out the door. Leave the drama at the door. Take it down the road. Go wherever you want, but not in our house.
Mhm.
But because we're a safe zone. My hat, I have got all of the pins that sit there and say, Mental health awareness, suicide awareness. That's another big one, because a lot of people know that my brother committed suicide. And so, we're a safe zone for oh gosh, help me out. There's so many letters now. LGBTQ plus, I think is what they're saying. Forgive me if I didn't do that right. But now there's so many other letters, and you'll notice that when I send out my boxes, there's always like a little rainbow heart somewhere. LGBTQ. Oh, we've added the
IA.
IA plus. Okay. Thank
Mhm.
you, Eva. Thank you. I will do my best to remember the I and the A. But I focus on mental health awareness, and there's a lot of us that have mental issues, dyslexia, ADHD, ADD, OCD, autism. There is a high function autism. There's so many levels to autism. But if somebody comes to me and goes, "Hey, I got this mental issue and I would like to discuss it," we're an open door. Okay. All I got to say is, if you want to come hang with me on Saturday nights and you want to discuss something, shoot me a message. Yo, I would like to come live. And that goes for you, and that goes for everybody in the room, and that goes from everybody throughout. We're Switzerland. Okay. We don't fight, we don't argue. I've had 3 pin turners on at one time. I have had 3 3D printer people on at one time. Do we fight and argue? Is there jealousy? No.
She even let me on after she found out I was a therapist.
Yeah. Okay. And it was like, sure, I need a therapist. Okay.
She goes, "Why didn't you tell me she was a therapist?"
Yeah. Usually I run and hide from therapists, but
I
okay.
was like, "I'll be nice. I won't therapize you. I promise."
Thank you. If I need a therapist, I'm going to you, baby. But I mean, and there was a time that I really did need one, because I went through a year and a half of depression that got to the point of where I was suicidal. And about 9 months ago, a little bit longer than that, I looked at my husband and I said, "Thank gosh, we don't have a gun, because if we did, you'd come home and find me in a closet with my head blowed off." Because I had done hit that numb. Now, I have seen enough therapists in my lifetime to go, okay, I know these roadblocks that have been set up. And when the roadblocks didn't work, that's when I knew that I needed help. And I reached out to my doctor and go, "Yo, dude, I'm hanging on by my fingernails here. I need some help." And he gave me a medication, and I'm very leery of medications. So I come home, I research the fire out of it. Come to find out, everybody and their mama's taking it, including my son. And I started out at the very lowest dosage there was, and we stair stepped, okay, until we found the right one. And when we found the right one, it was like I woke up one day and it was like, "Oh my gosh, today is so pretty and the birds are singing." And I was watching something, and all of a sudden I was laughing. And I said, I'm laughing.
Mhm.
I haven't laughed in so long, and it was like somebody just flipped the light switch on to the world, and it was like, okay, that works, and it's a miracle drug, and we're going to make sure we got that.
Yeah.
But everybody has their moments, okay?
Mhm.
And just because you have your moment does not mean you're broken, okay? You're not broken. I promise you, there are hundreds of thousands of other
That's my
people.
pet peeve, is when people say they're people are broken. We're not
I did that
broken
for
to be
years.
fixed. Like we're not.
I
That's
did.
that's just
Uh,
that's frustrating to me, and it breaks my heart when people get to the point where they feel they're broken because of what the world has said.
Right. Well, also too, I mean, if you think about it, you've got mental abuse in there. Okay, you got
Oh
physical abuse in there. Now, I can tell you, black eyes and busted lips, you can get over. Those go away. When somebody messes with your head, that is a lifetime scar that will never go away.
yeah.
And it's always in the back of your mind. And I hate to say it, but I've been through two bad relationships to where one of them was physical and mental, and then the other one was mental. And it was like, yo, punch me in the face. I'd rather have you punch me in the face and play with my head, you know.
Do you
um
remember the phrase growing up, which is a bunch of bull honky? Sticks and stones will break your bones, but names will
yeah.
never hurt you. And I'm just like, what in the who came up with that? And I used
Well,
to
they
say it all the
didn't
time
have the
growing up, not realizing that was totally false.
Well, they didn't have the internet back then, and we didn't have what I call keyboard Nazis. Okay, people that hide behind the keyboard. And if you watch my Saturday Night Lives, I have called out many of people. I have stared at this camera, I have looked at them, and I said, yo, let's have an adult conversation. Okay, you got something to say to me? Video chat me. Let's discuss it like adults instead
Mhm.
of children and hiding behind a keyboard.
Yep.
And so again, that's why I have one main rule. Other than that, I don't care what people do. I got no rules on Phoenix Fantasy. Show up and let me give the house away.
Mhm.
um eh, you know but again, we do have serious topics that we talk about sometimes, and then other times we're silly. It's like a girls' night out.
Yep.
We have no time limit. It can go for 2 hours. It can go for 24 hours. I've had two or three of those. Needless to say, I'm exhausted by the time they're over, but we've had 24-hour lives. And there are some nights it's like, guys, I love you, but I'm tired. I've worked really hard this week, and we're gonna do our wheels, and I'm gonna hit the hay.
Yeah.
Um, and then also too with Phoenix Fantasy, shifting gears here a little bit. Phoenix Fantasy, if you have a small diamond painting, okay, 30 by 40, 40 by 50, we ask that you hold it and start when we start Phoenix Fantasy, okay? However, if you've got this big 100 centimeter plus something that you've been working on for every day, bring it with you. Okay, I don't care, I don't mind, because bless your heart, it's going to take you a year to finish it. So also too, if you're doing another event at the same time mine, whatever diamond painting you're working on is going to be perfectly fine in Phoenix Fantasy, because I'm not going to make you go and spend money and go buy another diamond painting just to do my event. I mean, because nowadays it's like put gas in a car, feed my children, buy a diamond painting. Okay. I want you to put gas in the car and be able to get back and forth and work. I want you to be able to feed your children.
Mhm.
So go dig in your stash. I don't care if it's from Amazon. Now,
Mhm.
we do ask that you, if you have it, we ask that you use a licensed piece of art. Okay. But if you don't have a licensed piece of art in your stash, then use what you got. I'm not going to make you go buy something. I'm not going to make you spend money. Okay, because again, I shop just like you guys do. My bank account's the same size as yours is. And when you've got children and a job and gas you got to put in a car and eggs that are $7, I still don't know what that's all about. But eggs that are $7 and people hoarding eggs. Now, I'm not about to make you go and buy a $80, $90 diamond painting, just to be in the event. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Anybody got any questions?
I just put the Phoenix Fantasy Diamond Painting group in the chat. We're heading into 10 p.m., which everybody goes and sees Tima. So I want to be conscientious of that. But you do, and because May's a couple months away, you will be having all the details in your Facebook group, right?
Correct. I have got most of them there. And I will try to hurry on this. I wanted to let everybody know that, again, honestly, I just lost my train of thought. Doggone it, I forgot the plug that goes in this ear. Because it went in and it didn't stay in the middle and it come out.
You forgot to put the little stopper in.
Yeah, I know.
You give us extras.
Well, it was like I was trying to hurry because I don't want nobody to miss Tima. Because love you, Tima.
You're okay. Tima says hello, and she'll catch up on everybody.
But anyway, it's like with Phoenix Fantasy, we have no rules. Okay. You post your picture regardless of what it is. Everybody gets a number. We spin a wheel on Saturday night. The winner gets a box. Okay. If you are a Patreon member, if you are a YouTube member, we spin wheels for those as well. Okay. If I have misprints or B grades, everybody can be involved and we give those away. However, you must be a Phoenix Fantasy group member to be eligible to, win a prize. You can't be what I call a drive-by. Okay. As far as rules, I show up, post your picture, and find out if you won on Saturday. If you think a dandelion growing in your driveway has got fairies dancing under it and that's fantasy to you, then yay, bring it. No joke. I'm about as laid back as they come. The only time you will ever see me get upset is over drama. I don't do drama. We are a safe zone. And I will look, it takes 2 seconds to let you in, and it takes 1 second for me to put my foot in your hiney and kick you out.
And she has a big toe that does it too.
Yeah, my big toe right there, Miss Anita Johnson, who I've got to give her a hand, okay, because Anita is, oh my gosh, she's my PA. She's a huge, huge help in keeping this ADHD, OCD brain, where I got to be and what I got to do. She started yesterday going, don't forget you got to be here. And then today, don't forget you got to be here. And an hour ago, don't forget you got to be here because, and hey, I was on time. I'm not even on time for my own stuff.
You were great. I appreciate it.
When are you going to come hang with me again?
Shortly. I'll be there tomorrow night listening. But I have to figure out when I can come in live. Because usually by Saturdays I'm exhausted.
The door is open. Anybody here, again, everyone is welcome. You want to come hang with us and have a good time. All you got to do is go, yo, Nyx, I want to be on your live. I want to talk about my group. I want to talk about my event. You are welcome to share anything. If you've got a YouTube, if you've got an Etsy store, if you've got anything that you want to talk about and discuss and feature, One in the group, I have if you look in a featured section, I have a place for everything. Okay. I do not discriminate. Post, share. Okay. There is a post for everybody to share anything and everything that they've got. Also, too, you want to come on Saturday Night Live and talk about your store or your event or whatever you're doing, okay, then that's fine. Just let me know.
I am going to message you behind the scenes. I love that you have your own washi tape.
Thank you.
Because I don't have a store, but I would like to know who your distributor is so that I can get some to give out to people.
Honestly, I have those come from China.
I know, but like I'll message you, and if you want, you can just send me.
Well, there's how about video chat me instead, because it's a little longer than just a message, okay? When it comes to that washi tape, because I am trying to get more, okay? But trying to find the little dude that it was purchased from is the problem that I'm having. Now, it come off of not Temu. What's the other one?
AliExpress.
AliExpress. It come off of AliExpress.
Okay.
Hear me now. There is a sticker shock to it. Okay.
Oh, I know. I've been looking.
Oh yeah, sticker shock, and it's in shipping. It ain't the cost of the stuff, but it's in shipping. And I bought, I think, 500, and I'm got a little bit left, and it's.
I have my own little stickers, and I tend to send out little thank you cards or little like I'm thinking about you cards.
Okay, I'll trade you. I'll tell you about my washi tape if you tell me about your stickers.
Oh yeah, I love the stickers. I'm all about stickers. I make my.
You have seen my boxes. I mean, you can't even read your invoice. I got so many doggone stickers on it.
Yeah, I have my own custom sticker of my logo.
Okay, who, where, how?
I'll look it up and show you because I get stickers for all of our retreats and everything. So,
okay.
This was last year's retreat.
I have sponsored the retreat for the past 3 years.
Yeah, and I think Rhonda's gonna message you for this upcoming year.
I haven't heard anything this year.
She's responsible and just going down the list. So you're in. So you're like.
All I got to say is she better give me about 6 weeks in advance. Okay.
It's end of June, so she and I are going to be working on it the next couple weeks.
Okay, not a problem. So again, just go. Hey, now I can't do the 65 trays anymore.
Oh no, it would just be the one. It would be just the door prize type of thing.
Right. I was fixing to say that 65 trays, man, I didn't think I was going to make it and load them up. And wow, you don't want to know what those cost. But the door prizes, I'll be more than happy to donate, 4, 5, 6 door prizes. So that's not a problem as long as I got enough time in advance. Because we're just about caught up now. I'm working on, oh gosh, people, please forgive me. I'm working on ADHD events and boxing that up and getting everybody's stuff out and getting everybody's free giveaways out and what have you. So everybody's asking me. They've been very kind. They've been very considerate. They've been very understanding. Thank you. Much, much love for that. Sometimes life throws us a curveball that we just can't get around. I didn't think I was going to come home and spend 12 hours at home and then spend the next 15 days in
a 5-star hotel.
There you go. My grandkids are trying to kill me, okay? Because the last time that I've been to Texas 2 times, my youngest one sneezed on me right before I was fixing to drive home, gave me the flu. And then my 16-year-old gave me A1 flu this time, which turned into, I don't know, a whole line of stuff, and it's like, they kept telling me, you know, you almost died. And I'm like, well, I didn't feel like I was dying, you know. And my husband's going, this is serious. And he don't never yell at me. And he goes, this is serious. It's not a race to the grave. You were dying. And I'm like, I've been sick 3 times in 30 years. Okay. So hello.
Well, that's the problem. You save it all up.
I did. I saved it all up for one time. And on our anniversary, the second time I was sick, on our anniversary, he comes home and goes, happy anniversary. Here's some flowers. Here's a card. Gave me a kiss and said, have some COVID, honey. I love you. He had it for 2 days. I had it for 3 weeks. And I was like, gee, thanks. Okay.
What a giving man.
Again, 3 times in 30 years. Okay. And it was like, and my grandsons, both of them twice. It's like, I don't know if I'm going back to Texas again, or I'm going to pile up on the zinc one another before I go. But it was just, we think that they had this little stray dog that they found in the grocery store parking lot. And they had a couple other dogs as well, but he took to me like the second that I walked through the door. And they have a fenced in backyard. It's kind of small, but all the dogs would go out there and they'd go potty. It was wet, it was raining, it was cold, and then he would come in and he would pile up on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dogs get dirt and stuff under their nails. And Emil seems to think that, thank you, Marcia. Emil seems to think that what happened was I got the A1 flu, okay? And then due to the bacteria from the dog's nails and out and running in the mud and the poop and all this kind of stuff, that it just kind of went from one to another. And apparently my red blood cells was having the Trojan War going on in there and trying to eat each other. And it's like, okay, fellas, you know, it's not my time yet. And they x-rayed honey, I had a 15-day physical. Okay. They x-rayed me so much I should glow in a dark green. You know, I mean, no joke. My liver's good. My pancreas is good. Everything's good except for my brain.
Well, at least you've got another 1,000 or 100,000 miles on you.
Girl, I'm 60 years old. My grandmother lived to be 89. Could still jump a fence and whoop my butt. So, she passed away from dementia. But other than that, her body, she was still healthy. And I hope that, you know, if anything ever happens to me, that's how it is, you know. Yeah. I can still outrun most 20-year-olds, and I still wear the same size clothes that I wore in college. So I'm happy. Not college, but high school. So I'm happy. But anyway, it is T-Mall time.
T-Mall time. I'm going over there. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Love you.
All right. You have a great evening, and I'll see you later.
Point your thumbs down. Okay, there you go. There you go. 2 C's. See, you got a C and a C, and you put them together. There you go. All right, everybody. I love you. Thank you for having me on. Yell at me anytime you need somebody to come and gab. Okay.
All right.
Sit back and just take a breather, because I don't know when to shut up. So,
well, I'll be in your chat tomorrow. So have a good night.
All right, baby. Love you. Bye. Everybody go to T-Mall.